S. Chan presents educational video lectures as per the new UGC curriculum. Difficult concepts made easy. Study anywhere, anytime.
So, hello everyone. Welcome to S. Chand Academy. So, we are here to know about few things about the economics, what exactly it is, how we are connected with the real life situations, how the business is working related to economy. This is what we are going to study further relating to the demand and the business economics. Hello everyone. So, here we are to know about business economics. As we all know that there is enough for the needy, but there is never enough for the greedy. What exactly do we mean by this? In the further chapters, we'll understand that how this entire economy is running, how we are related to demand, how we are related to supply as consumers, and further we'll be understanding the concepts in detail. Welcome to S. Chand Academy. I am Suman and we'll be further moving ahead to understand what exactly is the demand analysis and how we can also understand that how we are as consumers making our real life decisions. So let us see that if you want to purchase a thing, what exactly will be your considerations? Will it be the price? Will it be the cost? Will it be your own income? We will understand about this, or I'll answer all these questions towards the end of the video. If you want to know more about the topic, please refer to the ebook of S. Chan Publishing. The link to the ebook is provided in the description box. Now let's move ahead with the further video. So, business economics. What exactly does come to our mind? क्या हमें लगता है कि बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स क्या है? इकोनॉमिक्स अपने आप में बिजनेस है या बिजनेस अपने आप में इकोनॉमी है? लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड दैट. It just discusses the usage and importance of economic policies and concepts in business governance. जब हम बिजनेस को गवर्नेंस के साथ या इकोनॉमी के साथ रिलेट करते हैं, then we come across with a term that is known as business economics. Now, business economics assess certain factors impacting corporations, business organizations, management, expansion, and strategy. If I want to be an entrepreneur in future, what do I need? Do I need to know the business of the current situation? Do I need to know the economy of the current situation? What exactly do I need? क्या ये दोनों terms अलग हैं? क्या business अलग है, economy अलग है? Yes. At some point of time, they were different. But the requirement, जो आज की ज़रूरत है, what is the demand? The demand is nothing but the combination of these two. When we actually move on with the business economics thing, we come across certain terms like supply, demand, scarcity. We all know that the resources are, huge. But scarcity is the situation that we face again and again. और इसी scarcity यानी कमी की वजह से हमें अपने resources को कैसे use करना है, कहाँ use करना है, that is the study that we need to do. So business economics is something which is making you understand that how the scarce resources need to be used, where to put them, where to allocate them, so as to get the maximum benefit out of it. And when I say economy is running not only by the business but the government at the same time. So we need to merge these two. That is why again and again it is being said that business economics is what? It is the combination of business, economy and the governance. So let us understand what exactly is business economics. Business economics discusses the usage and importance of economic policies. So business, economy, governance, all these things taken together are somehow making this concept business economy. If as a consumer I need to see कि हमारा supply क्या है market में, demand क्या है, and how we have to make such decisions, तो कौन help करेगा हमें? क्या business, क्या economy, क्या governance, इन सारी चीज़ों का कॉम्बिनेशन एक आंसर निकलता है एंड दैट आंसर इज नथिंग बट द बिजनेस इकोनॉमी पार्ट. नाउ द पॉइंट इज वी ऑल नो दैट देयर इज स्केर्सिटी इन द इकोनॉमी. Resources are huge, we know, but so is the population. So when there is demand, these resources are somehow constrained. Now, in order to make such decisions कि कहाँ scarcity है, कहाँ ज़्यादा है, हम सारी चीज़ों को combine करके क्या समझते हैं? What exactly is business economy? तो हमें ultimately ये समझना है कि business economics कैसे काम कर रहा है and what are its multiple facets. We will be moving ahead with that, but before that, my few questions are, क्या scarcity हमारी economy को कहीं ना कहीं bind करती है? Is the government very useful or relevant for making decision with business economy? Is the business capable for running the economy or vice versa? So moving ahead with the next part, I will make you understand how we are investing the capital, how we are making profits, what are our learning outcomes at the end. And so moving ahead, let's go to the various types of business economy. So business economy is not constrained. हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि business economy इतने पे ही काम कर रहा है या constrained government के साथ काम कर रहा है या एक business partner के साथ काम कर रहा है. Let's say we have multiple people, we have the Adanis, we have Ambanis, तो क्या business economy वो चला रहे हैं? No, it is not like that. We have the types of business economy as managerial economics and business economics for NPOs as well. NPOs are what? The non-profit organizations. So let's first understand what exactly is managerial economics. So managerial economics is that field of study within business economics that focuses on the microeconomic factors. So microeconomic factors हमारे पास क्या है? We have the decision making process in that. Microeconomics जो बहुत minute है, that depends on the individual's decisions. Like me, like you, we are the microeconomic factors in the economy. So managerial economics is that part which focuses on that. We as individuals can manage our own decisions, can manage our own economy, but that has to be taken care of by some other factors. Now when we talk about the non-profit organizations, definitely we are individuals, we have our own decision making, but what about those organizations who are not making any profits? They are the NPOs. And those NPOs should make sure that they also become the part of the economy. They should also utilize the scarce resources in such a way that in the long run, even if they are not making profit, but they are not making losses as well. So, business economics for NPOs, what they are telling you, that while non-profit organizations and for-profit organizations may be different, but both of these types of organization perform similar kind of business tasks. Now, both non-profit organizations and for-profit organizations have to maintain the necessary things. Necessary things in the sense, how they are making the management of the economy. Let us understand this further. So, what exactly are the various facets of business economy? Facets as in, we will be talking about the range to which the business economy is occupying, to which it is reaching out. So the first thing is demand analysis and forecasting, the most important part in business economics. Without demand, me as, maybe a businessman, maybe a government, or maybe an individual or entity will not be able to analyze that what my consumers need. And unless and until I make that decision, how am I going to move on to the cost part or the production part? How am I going to move on to make the costing decision? मुझे जब यही नहीं पता होगा कि कंज्यूमर्स क्या चाह रहे हैं, हाउ एम आई गोइंग टू मूव ऑन टू देयर नीड्स एंड टू देयर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ देयर साइकोलॉजी. So nowadays we are into an interdisciplinary thing. I won't say that being from commerce background, मैं ये नहीं देखूंगी कि around me what is happening as a part of the social sciences, what is happening across ISRO maybe. So recently we had a launch of Chandrayaan. So is it related to the economy some way? Yes, it is. Some way or the other, we are getting popularity out of that. So demand for us, for our needs, for the country as a whole, for the economy as a whole, are all interlinked. So we will be understanding the demand analysis first. What are the various things that are impacting the demand? What is law of demand, which is very important. And unless and until you know that, you will not be moving ahead, or you will not be a good economist in the long run. So let's understand what is demand. Very layman term, demand is what, मुझे क्या चाहिए, मेरी क्या नीड है. क्या इतना ही इकोनॉमिक्स के लिए ज़रूरी है कि मेरी क्या नीड है? I may require, a ship. I may require a tour to the cruise. क्या ये मेरी नीड है तो ये सब कुछ, क्या ये मेरा डिमांड बन जाता है? As an economist, and to run the economy, with the help of the business, with the help of the governance, we need to know that what is demand. What is demand for me as an individual? आपके लिए डिमांड क्या है, आपकी फैमिली की डिमांड क्या है, आपके एंटायर लोकेलिटी की डिमांड क्या है. अभी रिसेंटली आपने देखा होगा कि द टमेटोज आर दे आर एक्चुअली बिकमिंग कॉस्टली. सो वो कॉस्ट कहाँ से आया? क्या इतना कॉस्ट है कि हम उसको बियर ही नहीं कर पा रहे? पिछले कुछ सालों में तो हम खरीद पा रहे थे. क्या हमारा डिमांड एकदम से बढ़ गया, या कुछ और भी फैक्टर्स हैं? द फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग हियर इज डेफिनेटली द डिमांड. एक लेमैन को लगेगा कि नहीं, ये तो प्राइस है, ये तो कॉस्ट है. बट कॉस्ट द फार्मर इज बियरिंग. प्राइस जो हमें चार्ज किया जा रहा है, हमें तो यही समझ आएगा ना एज अ लेमैन कि हाँ ठीक है, इतना प्राइस है तो इतना मुझसे नहीं बियर किया जा रहा. वी हैव सीन मैकडॉनल्ड्स पुटिंग अप नोटिसेस दैट दे आर नॉट यूजिंग टोमेटोज फर्दर फॉर द मे बी अ शॉर्ट स्पैन ऑफ टाइम. बट देन ये कहाँ से, क्यों क्रिएट हुआ? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस थिंग दैट इज डिमांड. एंड डिमांड इज वॉट, it is not only your need, but it is, and it should be, backed up by the purchasing power that the consumer is having. So purchasing power क्या है? इसी के बारे में हम फर्दर डिमांड में समझेंगे कि हाँ, ये चीज़ है तो हमारे पास डिमांड है, ये प्राइस है तो ये डिमांड है. Let us understand. Demand is the number of goods that the customers are ready and able to buy at several prices during a given time frame. But क्या सिर्फ इतना ही लिमिटेड है? No. It has to be dependent on your preferences, your choices, and what the customer is picking up in the market. There are multiple things that the demand is influenced by. But जो सबसे important aspect है वो क्या है? वो है आपकी क्वांटिटी, जो आप परचेज करना चाह रहे हो, आप चाह रहे हो, आपकी ज़रूरत है. बट क्या आप उसको परचेज कर सकते हो? क्या आपके पास उतनी परचेजिंग कैपेबिलिटी है? एंड दैट इज वेयर द डिमांड स्टैंड्स. सो आई कैन क्लियरली से दैट डिमांड इज व्हाट, योर नीड प्लस योर परचेजिंग पावर. मे बी आई रिक्वायर अ डायमंड रिंग, आई नीड इट, आई ड्रीम ऑफ इट, बट क्या मेरे पास उसकी purchasing power है? If it is not there, then it is not a demand. So in order to be a good economist, in order to study the economics, you need to understand कि एक कंट्री में लोगों की परचेजिंग पावर कितनी है. क्या वो ये चीज़ परचेज कर सकते हैं? सिर्फ ज़रूरत पे हम जाएंगे तो हम पॉवर्टी लाइन भी कभी नहीं एस्टिमेट कर पाएंगे. बेसिक नीड सबकी है. वी रिक्वायर रोटी कपड़ा मकान, बट क्या रोटी कपड़ा मकान सब खरीद पा रहे हैं? सब अफोर्ड कर पा रहे हैं. So demand is what? Your need plus your purchasing power. Your need plus your affordability. So there is where we define the demand. That is how we know that demand stands with price plus the purchasing power. And of course, the quantity comes with it as an additional part because that will determine it how much quantity you will be purchasing. Price तो 200 रुपए किलो है टमाटोज का, आप कितना परचेज कर पाओगे? 100 ग्राम, 200 ग्राम, 250 ग्राम, वो आपकी परचेजिंग पावर है एंड वहाँ आपकी डिमांड लिमिट हो जाती है. अदरवाइज मैं आई कैन पे आई कैन होल्ड इट, बट वो होल्डिंग अगर होती है तो क्या होगा? अगेन देयर आर मल्टीपल इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर्स दैट विल वर्क ऑन and then we will be determining multiple other things. So let's move on to the next part. So in our daily life, we often see that the consumer's preference for the products change according to their preferences and income. Again, I just explained कि आपकी income क्या है will determine your purchasing power and that will determine that how much quantity you are getting of the product. And that is how you are influencing the demand in the market. अब इतने लोग हैं, जब इतने लोग मार्केट में इकट्ठे आते हैं, they play a very important part. They play the part where to determine the exact price, what to determine the quantity, कितना quantity कितने में परचेज किया जाएगा. इसीलिए बार बार ये बोला जाता है that whenever there is a rise in price, limit the demand. Stop or try to stop the consumption as far as possible. The moment you start doing that, there will be an entire cycle which will work and the demand and supply cycle will work. So that will be doing in our next section, but first of all, let's understand where exactly the demand works. What is the law of demand or law of demand में कितने factors हैं जो काम करते हैं. Let's take a small break. Till now, we have studied about the business economy as a whole, what exactly are the basic features of demand. Now, further, in the next part, we'll continue with various factors impacting the demand. And maybe we'll touch a bit about the law of demand.
Now, quality learning is easily available at your doorstep. S. Chand Academy brings detailed lectures based on UGC curriculum as per the New Education Policy 2020. So do not forget to subscribe to the S. Chand Academy and access the wide world of knowledge conveniently sitting within the comfort of your home. Stay connected and keep watching S. Chand Academy. Happy learning!
Welcome back to S. Chand Academy. So till now, we have understood the basic concepts about the business economics. We have for now known, we are now aware that what exactly is business economy, how it is working, what is demand, and how the demand is impacting various decision-making factors of a consumer. कौन-कौन से ऐसे factors हैं जो demand के बारे में बता रहे हैं. Now further, we'll be learning more about demand, how it is impacting our decision making, how it is making changes with the changes in price. Now let's move ahead. Okay, so what are the various factors that are impacting the demand? Demand, when we talk about demand, demand is mostly impacted by the price. That is how we come across the law of demand. But सिर्फ क्या प्राइस आपको इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है? ये एक बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है. क्या प्राइस ही है कि एक कमोडिटी का प्राइस है वो हमारे लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है? क्या उसके अलावा कोई और भी चीज़ें हैं जो इम्पोर्टेंट है? That we need to know. So we will be learning in detail about that in the next parts. Let us understand and what may be the other factors. अभी जब मैं आपको ये चीज़ बता रही हूँ, आपके माइंड में भी खुद आ रहा होगा कि नहीं, सिर्फ प्राइस तो नहीं है, सिर्फ पेप्सी खरीदने के लिए मैं पेप्सी का प्राइस तो नहीं देखूंगी. मे बी आई विल ऑल्सो चेक आउट द प्राइस ऑफ स्प्राइट, मे बी आई विल ऑल्सो चेक आउट द प्राइस ऑफ कोका कोला. सो दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एज अ कंज्यूमर, ओनली प्राइस will not make my decision. So let us understand what are the other things. Okay, so what are the factors? डिमांड की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो सबसे पहली चीज़ as a, again I will say layman, will be price of the good. प्राइस ऑफ द गुड, ठीक है, मैं मॉल में गई, आई एम गेटिंग द शर्ट, इट इज ऑफ दिस प्राइस एंड आई विल परचेज इट. ये एक लेमैन को समझ आता है सबसे पहली चीज. बट क्या सिर्फ प्राइस ऑफ द कमोडिटी इंपॉर्टेंट है? इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. आप क्या उस शर्ट के साथ सिर्फ वही शर्ट आपने फिक्स कर ली है, क्या आप उसके साथ ऑल्टरनेट्स नहीं देखोगे? बिल्कुल देखोगे. तो वो ऑल्टरनेट्स क्या है? प्राइस of related goods. There are multiple related goods. एक शर्ट के साथ एक टी शर्ट है, मे बी देर कैन बी अ कुर्ता, मे बी देर कैन बी सम अदर चॉइस. सो ये जो सारी चीजें हैं वो भी प्राइस ऑफ रिलेटेड गुड्स के साथ आ जाती हैं. सो प्राइस ऑफ द गुड along with that प्राइस ऑफ द रिलेटेड गुड. एक पर्टिकुलर चीज का अगर कॉस्ट ज्यादा लगता है आपको तो आप दूसरे को छोड़ दोगे, या आप कम लगता है तो अगेन यू विल मेक डिसीजंस अकॉर्डिंगली. तो ये सारी चीजें इंपैक्ट करती हैं अगेन आपकी डिमांड को. नाउ कमिंग टू द थर्ड पार्ट इज व्हाट? टेस्टेस एंड प्रेफरेंसेस. योर ओन टेस्ट. कुर्ता आपको सस्ता मिल रहा है लेकिन वो आपका टेस्ट ही नहीं है. शर्ट आपको महंगी मिल रही है लेकिन शर्ट आपका टेस्ट है. तो अब आप क्या करोगे? आपकी डिमांड कहाँ सेटल होगी? यू विल फाइंड आउट एक पर्टिकुलर सोल्यूशन कि शर्ट मुझे लेनी है लेकिन शर्ट जो है वो इस प्राइस में मिल जाए जो कुर्ते से ठीक है थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो, बिकॉज आई कैन अफोर्ड इट, बट जो शर्ट मुझे पसंद आ रही थी उससे रिलेटेड थोड़ा कम हो. दैट इज हाउ यू मेक द डिसीजन. सो देयर यू गो फॉर टेस्ट एंड प्रेफरेंसेस. अब ये सारी चीजें तो ठीक है, अब क्या आप अपने पॉकेट मनी से परचेज कर रहे हो? चलो, जब तक पॉकेट मनी से कर रहे हो दैट इज फाइन, यू आर मेकिंग द डिसीजन बिकॉज द अर्निंग इज समवन एल्सेस. बट नाउ यू एज अ कंज्यूमर नीड टू अर्न एज वेल. आपको अपनी डिमांड, अपनी नीड्स को पूरा करने के लिए यू विल स्टार्ट अर्निंग. मे बी यू आर अर्निंग एट दैट टाइम, मे बी यू विल अर्न इन द फ्यूचर. So that is very important thing, your income. Income is denoted by Y. So what is this income? As a consumer, if I am earning obviously, a good amount, my demand will change accordingly. अब जो शर्ट मैं पहले परचेज नहीं कर पा रही थी because of my, restrictions with the price, now I'll be able to afford it because I'm earning. वो मेरी पॉकेट मनी में शायद नहीं सूट कर रहा था, but now my earnings are matching up with that. So that is how my own demand for that shirt is fulfilled. So now here you understand that not only the price, there are other factors. What are those factors? Price of related goods. Now related goods can be many. They can be the substitutes, they can be the complementary goods. सब्स्टिट्यूट जहाँ तक आता है, मैंने आपको एग्जाम्पल दिया कि सब्स्टिट्यूट में आपने देखा कुर्ता है, आपने देखा टी शर्ट है, बट व्हाट अबाउट द कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री गुड? कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री गुड विल बी मे बी द जीन्स, मे बी द ट्राउजर. व्हाट आर कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री गुड्स? जब भी आप एक चीज़ परचेज करते हो उसके साथ कौन सी चीज़ है जो आप साइमल्टेनियसली परचेज करोगे? Like tea will obviously go with sugar or milk. That ways, if I'm purchasing the shirt, maybe I want to purchase the jeans or the trouser. हो सकता है कई बार out of urge you don't even need it. But ठीक है, क्योंकि complimentary है तो अब क्या हुआ? एक चीज़ की डिमांड दूसरी चीज़ से इम्पैक्ट हो गई. तो अब आप जीन्स भी खरीद रहे हो लेकिन अगेन that will also be impacted by your price of the shirt as well as the jeans. So complementary goods का जो demand होता है that will be directly related to the price of the or demand of the given good, while substitute will be opposite. Now taste, again I told you, is dependent on what exactly is the current situation, current fashion going on, current trends going on, or maybe your own taste is. हो सकता है किसी को करंट ट्रेंड का पसंद ही ना हो, आपकी अपनी कोई टेस्ट है, आपकी अपनी कोई विजुअलाइजेशन है. So that ways your taste will impact. And lastly, the income, which is again, as a layman, अगर मैं देखूंगी सारी चीजें बहुत important है. But what economics says that price is the most ultimate thing that is impacting the demand. This we need to keep in mind कि प्राइस ही है जो डिमांड को कहीं ना कहीं सबसे ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है. प्राइस के साथ एक फैक्टर और आ जाता है टाइम. वी विल अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट दैट. अब ये टाइम क्या है? वी विल गेट टू नो दैट बाय दिस डिमांड वर्सेस क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड कॉन्सेप्ट. डिमांड मैंने आपको क्या बताया कि सिर्फ इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय प्राइस नहीं है. इट इज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय योर इनकम, इट इज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय योर टेस्ट, इट इज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय द प्राइस ऑफ अदर गुड्स. तो आपने क्या लिया? एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम पे तो डिमांड नहीं लिया. मे बी मेरी इनकम आज इतनी है दैट आई कैन परचेज दैट शर्ट, बट इन अ मंथ्स टाइम आई कैन परचेज 2 shirts ऑफ द सेम क्वांटिटी. तो वो क्या है? मेरा इनकम. अगेन दैट इज व्हाट डिमांड. So demand is very important, but it is getting impacted by multiple factors that we just talked about. It is important to understand the difference between the demand and quantity demanded. अब quantity demanded क्या है? मेरे लिए quantity demanded, अगर मैंने किसी layman को बोला तो what will he or she say? Quantity demanded, demand same तो है, demand है, quantity है, यही चीज़ों के आसपास तो सब कुछ घूम रहा है. लेकिन नहीं, ये दोनों चीज़ें डिफरेंट है. कैसे डिफरेंट है? क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड इज टोटली इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय टाइम. टाइम एज इन व्हाट? टाइम एज इन योर पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. डिमांड में मैंने आपको क्या एग्जांपल दिया? आज मेरी इनकम इतनी है, कल मेरी इनकम इतनी हो सकती है. इट कैन चेंज ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. सो देयर इज अ स्पैन ऑफ टाइम. Quantity demanded will not allow you to do so. Quantity demanded is at a particular point of time. Quantity मेरे लिए अभी मैं क्या खरीद सकती हूँ? Tomatoes, how much I can buy right now? That is my quantity demanded. 200 रुपये में कितना मैं खरीद सकती हूँ? लेकिन over the period of time, इतने सालों में मैंने कितना टमेटो खरीदा? That was my demand. क्योंकि मेरे average consumption of tomato का घर पे क्या था? Maybe a kg a week. दैट वॉज माई डिमांड. क्यों? क्योंकि वो मेरी नीड थी. बट आज की डेट में करंट सिचुएशन को देख के मेरी डिमांड कितनी है? मे बी 250 grams, बिकॉज आई कैन अफोर्ड दैट मच. दैट इज क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड. फाइन. सो क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड इज व्हाट रेफर्स टू अ पॉइंट along the horizontal axis. Horizontal axis is the demand over the period of time, but at a particular point. So what is that? If I say that this is my demand, एक particular point पे quantity demanded है. ये पूरा क्या है? ये है demand. But इस point पे quantity demanded है, इस point पे quantity demanded है. So quantity demanded total constitutes this demand. When I add all these quantity demanded, I will get the demand as a whole. Let's move ahead now. So what are the different kinds of demand? Again and again I am telling you कि मेरी डिमांड, आपकी डिमांड, ये सब क्या है? ये इंडिविजुअल डिमांड. मेरी डिमांड अलग हो सकती है, आपकी डिमांड अलग हो सकती है. I require 250 grams of tomatoes, you require none. So that is what? They are all individual demand. But market demand is what? सबका combined एक market demand है. Fine? That is as simple as that. Derived demand, मेरी डिमांड से किसी और की डिमांड अगर आ रही है, मे बी आई एम डिमांडिंग समथिंग, आई एम डिमांडिंग टमेटो. अब टमेटो से मेरा डिमांड निकल आया केचप का. दैट इज व्हाट? डेराइव्ड डिमांड. सिल्क यार्न किसी का डिमांड हो सकता है, सिल्क साड़ी किसी की डिमांड हो सकती है. सो सिल्क साड़ी इज द डेराइव्ड डिमांड. देयर आर फर्दर other kinds of demand, that is price demand, income demand and cross demand. Price demand is what? When your demand is dependent on price. While if I say your demand is dependent on income, that is income demand. Then cross demand, ये एक बहुत ही unique term है because this is one of the important types of demand where demand of a product is not subjected to its own price. But किसका price? It is dependent on the price of similar products. What I told you, the substitute goods and complementary goods. So, cross demand is that एक की प्राइस दूसरे की प्राइस से कनेक्टेड है, एक की प्राइस, एक का डिमांड दूसरे की प्राइस पे डिपेंडेंट है. दैट इज नोन एज क्रॉस डिमांड. मूविंग अहेड, the most important part is law of demand. Now, what is law of demand? Let us understand. एक natural consumer phenomena है, that is law of demand, and law of demand says that the demand curve always moves downward. There is a reason behind it, we'll understand it further, but demand curve हमेशा downward sloping रहेगी. And there are two factors which are working, that is the price and quantity. So आपकी कोई quantity पे जब आप price को deal करते हो, obviously at a particular point of price आप एक quantity ले रहे हो, and vice versa. That is how the law of demand works. Fine. So law of demand, what it says, that there is an inverse relationship between the price of the good and the quantity of the good. And price here becomes the most important factor. Let us understand this. See, the law of demand states that other factors being constant, price and quantity demand of any good and service are inversely related. So, अभी हमने बात की other factors की, they are constant. They are not impacting anything over here at all. What is being impacted? The impact is totally on the price and the quantity demanded. So, that is law of demand. Further, it is explained over here. You can see the price and quantity demanded. It is always going in the downward sloping direction. क्यों? क्योंकि as a normal human being, as consumers, we tend to decrease our need depending on the factor, that is the price. So, this is what is the demand curve, where it states that law of demand is fundamental principle of economics. क्योंकि आपके सारे economic principles उसी पे dependent है कि आपका demand क्या है market में. Then it is derived from law of diminishing marginal utility. That we'll understand later on. A market demand curve is combination of all the individual demand, मेरी अपनी demand, आपकी demand और भी कई लोगों की demand जब combine होती है, that is the market demand. Changes in price can be reflected in movement along a demand curve. Along the demand curve, आपके जितने भी changes है, वो आप देख सकते हैं. इस point पे, इस point पे, इस point पे. These are what? These are changes in the demand curve. These are different changes that are working on, and that is how we define that changes in the price can be reflected as a part of movement along the same curve. So we started with few questions. What exactly is business economics? Now I hope we all can relate to how the business is related to economy, या economy कैसे business के साथ related है, कैसे ये governance के साथ काम कर रहा है, कैसे सारे laws imbibed है. How the consumer is making decision. Now we know that we have the law of demand which is working, and not only the price, there are multiple other factors, and these factors are making us very in-depth consumers to understand कि market में चल क्या रहा है और कैसे हम अपने decisions ले सकते हैं, be it with respect to the tomatoes, be it with respect to other goods. So that's all. Now in the next part, we will understand what exactly is law of diminishing marginal utility. Stay connected to S. Chand Academy. If you want to know more about the topic, please refer to the ebook of S. Chand Publishing. The link to the ebook is provided in the description box. So if you find this video interesting, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon for future updates.
All rights reserved. This video has been prepared for educational purposes only. No part of it may be reproduced or copied without the permission of the copyright holder.